Hello, my name is Jean Quintus and I am publishing a new fly every month on my website www.meckejang.lu. You see it there. The fly of the month of August 2011 is an extended body deer hair Mayfly. To tie this fly, we will use a dry fly hook like the TMC 103 BL in size 13. The thread will be black tying thread 08. For the tail we will use yellow polycylone or foam and 2 badger hair tips. The thorax will be made with red hair dubbing, and for the wing we will use deer hair. Cut a foam strip which is approximately 2 to 3 mm wide and roughly 60 mm long. Then insert 2 badger hair tips into the eye of a thin needle. Using the needle, pull the 2 badger hair through the center of the foam strip. Then fix the needle in your vise and reinsert the foam strip into the needle with the tips of the badger facing towards the eye of the needle. Now you can adjust the length of the badger hair . Tie in the thread in front of the foam strip with a few turns. Cut off the excess of the thread and pull back the foam strip to the point where you've tied in the thread. Flip over both parts of the foam strip towards the point of the needle and wind the first segment of your extended body. It should be quite small. 5 to 6 turns should be enough. Then open the strip a little bit and wind 1 turn over the needle. Flip back the 2 parts of the foam strip and wind the second segment, which should be a little bit longer than the first one. And again, open the strips, 1 turn over the needle, close the strips and wind the second segment. And again, a little bit longer than the previous one. Once again over the needle, close it, wind the next segment, over the needle, and we will wind the last segment, which should be obviously the longest one. Cut off the foam, but leave a few little pieces that will help us to tie it in on the hook. Whip finish. With 2 or 3 turns. Oh, that needle is not well fixed in the vise. But that's okay. Cut off the thread and remove the extended body from the needle by pulling on the foam. You can add a drop of instant glue at the point where the badger hair are exiting the extended body, so that everything is a little bit more secure and that they are both really standing off properly. Now fix the hook in the vise, tie in your thread at the eye of the hook and wind it in close turns to approximately the middle of the hook shank. Cut off the excess. Now we can tie in the extended body, and you see why I left over these two little pieces of foam. This is just to help me to really securely tie them in at this location. Extended body is tied in. Move the thread back to the point where you tied it in. Split the thread with a dubbing needle and insert a little bit of hair dubbing into the split thread. Twist your bobbin. To secure the dubbing in the thread, and wind the thorax at the tie-in point of the extended body. There we go. Cut a bunch of deer hair and measure the length. It should be as long as the hook up to the curvature of the hook. Cut the tips off and tie them in front of the thorax. And then you wind a neat head in front of the deer hair wing. Whip finish. And cut off the thread. You can download the detailed tying instructions for this fly and for all the previous ones on my website www.meckejang.lu. Leave a message in the guest book with your email address and I will send you a mail every time a new fly is published. See you in tight lines.